So hi everyone, today I'm going to tell you about Amazon Bedrock, which is an AWS service for using powerful AI models without having to train or manage them yourself. So the goal of this project is to demonstrate how easy it is to build AI-powered applications using Bedrock's LLMs. And I'll be using Bedrock to compare product descriptions and show how different configuration settings affect the AI's responses. By the end of this demo, you will understand what Amazon Bedrock AI is, how to use it, and how parameters like temperature and token limits the uh, model's behavior. So what exactly is Amazon Bedrock? It is a fully managed service that gives us access to multiple foundation models through a single API. So instead of training our own AI models from scratch, that might require a large amount of data, computing power, and expertise, we can simply use pre-trained models from from companies like Amazon, Anthropic, Meta, and DeepSeek. I'm going to show you the model catalog here. You can see that there's a lot of providers. That means there is a lot of companies that provide us with the models that we can use. So for our project, I have decided to use two models, one from Claude and another from Amazon itself. So I'll be using Claude 3 Haiku and Amazon's Nova 2 Lite model. So the key thing is to understand that these models are already trained on vast amounts of data, so we can just call them via an API and get intelligent responses immediately. So Bedrock also gives us control over important parameters like temperature, which controls how creative or focused the responses are, max tokens, which controls the length of the responses, and top P, which affects the diversity of word choices. So these settings enable us to fine-tune our model's responses according to our use cases. So I'll quickly go through the code. So for this project, I have created a new instance uh, and used my security credentials that I had created. So here I have connected to the instance. Um, let's see, let's connect to the instance first. Okay, making sure I'm in the right directory. So there are two files that I've created, compare.py and products.txt. I'll show you these files locally first so that it's easy to read in an IDE. So products.txt, this contains like three product descriptions of three different laptops. One is a business ultrabook. Second is a gaming laptop. Third is an like all-purpose laptop, which is like a budget-oriented laptop with three different specifications. So I will be using Claude and Amazon Nova to compare those. So first of all, I am using Boto 3 for this, which is a Python SDK offered by AWS. This is like a runtime client that will help us invoke the Bedrock models. So this is the Python class that I'm using, and the two uh, functions I compared products Claude and compared products Nova. So I'll be passing the product descriptions at default temperature of 0.7 and a max token of 2000 for this. This is the actual prompt data I'll be using. This is the product description, and here I have asked the models to uh, provide a detailed comparison, including the key features, pros and cons, and the price to value or return on investment, whatever, and a clear recommendation on which product I think the product like the things that like is of best value for me. And as I said, I will also demonstrate how temperature of 0.3, that is a low temperature, and 1.0, that is the highest possible temperature, will affect the responses. So in this function, I'm just reading the product descriptions from the file and like sending those to the uh, functions to compare. So we know how the code looks right now. Now I will quickly try to run the code and see what it gives us. Python 3. So before that, quickly I will show you how I like got this value that is right here, the model ID. So earlier you had to enable the models through model access. That's what I did over the summers when I was working at Amazon. But now, as it turns out, the model access space has been retired, and they already are like enabled by default. So you just have to go to model catalog and select your model, and then from here you can just select your model ID and paste it here for use. You can see the details here, of course. So let me quickly invoke that on .py. So as you can see, the stuff is running. Also, meanwhile, mm, so this is where I have mentioned my US East one reason, that because that's the default reason that I generally use. So, okay, it takes a little bit of time because the models take a little bit of time to generate the output. So, okay, now that sufficient amount of output has been produced, let's quickly go through it. First of all, I get this little warning that Boto 3 will not no longer be supported. Let's ignore this for now. So as I said, first of all, let's quickly go through the Claude 3 Haiku's uh, response with a temperature of 0.7 and a max token of 2000. So we see that it analyzed the three of our laptops, and look how detailed this is. It's breaking down the key features for each of the products. Uh, and here it lists the pros and cons of the business ultrabook, the gaming laptop, and the budget laptop. It gives us the ROI, and finally, it intelligently gives us the recommendation that it thinks based off the different use cases. It's saying that the business laptop is best for professionals who need the portability, and the gaming laptop is for gamers, obviously, and the budget laptop is for students or like basic use. That's like really practical advice. And you can see how the Amazon Nova 2 Lite is like producing the output completely in a different way. It's like producing a tabular output, which I personally prefer. And the the UI is a bit better here. It shows us the advantages and disadvantages for all of the three kinds of laptops. And again, the laptop versus its value assessment in a better user-friendly way. And it says that if I'm a professional or an executive or a frequent traveler, I need portability and stuff. I need premium experience, so I need the business laptop, and these are the two other use cases. So you can see how the formatting of the response is different in the two cases. Now moving on to the temperature effect. So you can see that we have set the temperature to 0.3 here. So this is a low focus temperature. Notice how the response is very consistent and straightforward. It's sticking to the facts and being very deterministic. But now that we go to the temperature of 0.7, the temperature is a bit more like on a higher side, and it's a bit more creative. Finally, with the highest temperature, it's like really creative. You might see how varied the vocabulary and the different ways of explaining the same concepts, maybe like even some unexpected comparisons and stuff. High temperature doesn't mean wrong. It just means that the response is a bit more diverse and creative. So in real applications, you choose your temperature based on your needs. Low for factual tasks like data extraction, and high for creative tasks like producing marketing copies and stuff. So finally, we'll see how tokens limit the effect of responses. So for a max token of 500, we see that response is much shorter, but with a max token of 3000, we see that the response is like much bigger here. Again, 300, 500 here, from here to only here, but 3000, you can see that it's like much bigger. So the model can provide a much more comprehensive analysis in case of 3000 tokens. because it has the room to get into more details and provide examples and fully explain the reasoning and stuff. Uh, and you might see that the trade-off here is the cost and time. More tokens means higher API cost and longer generation time. So you need to balance the thoroughness with efficiency. With this, the demo is completed. Now going back to this model catalog. So what did we actually learn from this project? First of all, Amazon Bedrock makes it incredibly easy to integrate AI into applications. As you saw that I did not need to train my models or manage any servers or understand any technical details of how these models work. I just called an API and got the intelligent responses. Second, having access to multiple models through only one interface is very powerful, I think. Cloud and Titan both have their own, Cloud and Nova here, both have their own strengths, but being able to switch between them with just a model ID gives us a lot of flexibility. Third, understanding these configuration parameters are crucial, which are temperature, token limits, and how these different settings like impact uh, our responses. So in real world applications, you might use a low temperature for customer service bots that need consistent and accurate answers real fast. A high temperature for content generation where you want variety, short token limits for quick summaries, and long token limits for detailed reports. The practical implications are huge. With Bedrock, you can build product recommendation engines, content summarization tools, chatbots, virtual assistants, data analysis applications, uh, etc., without even needing like a master's or a PhD in machine learning or AI. So this project really showed me how accessible AI has become. I had previous experience with Bedrock models during my internship, but in this project, I tried out a lot of other models, and that really helped me show how accessible AI has become. What used to require teams of data scientists and massive infrastructure can now be done with only like a few lines of Python code. In our example, it was only like less than 200 lines, and if you like remove the print statement here, so it will be like 100 to 150 lines. So I hope this demo gave you a good understanding of what's possible. Thank you for watching, and please reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you.